Hello, guys and gals, and I'm back with another book reading. I had this book set aside for a while to read, and I just really didn't find the time necessary to dedicate to that endeavor. But anyways, this book is called The Story of Wawa Hohhot, as told by Terron Schaefer. Cashmere, if you can. It's about cashmere goats. It's just basically a really silly book, but a good book nonetheless. Illustrated by Christopher Corr. Yeah, Christopher Corr. Anyway, this has a nice little dust jacket on it, as you can see. And then there's all the goats and they're standing on the buildings. It's really a silly book, but and the art is really fascinating too. I'm going to take off the dust jacket just for now. Well, that's cute. Usually, books have like a mirror thing underneath their dust jacket, and this one doesn't. And that's pretty neat, actually. I really do like the BBC television. Okay. Cool. I don't know if there's more books in this series or not. We're going to take off the dust jacket just for now. There we go. We'll put it aside. And I will put it back on, but it's just easier to handle without it. Okay, and we have like in New York, I really like the art style. Now, this is copyright 2005, looks like. And that's kind of cool because there's even like little animals down here, like that dog right there, and that suave-looking goat. Anyways, let's get to reading this. Says, "Hi, my name is Wawa Hohhot. I know it sounds like something you'd say if you sat on a hot stove. It's a pretty ridiculous name for a person, but I'm not a person. I'm a cashmere goat. Okay. I live in Mongolia, in a little town called New Rock City. New Rock. The big gravel. So I see what they're doing there. They're taking New York and moving it to Mongolia. New York, the Big Apple. This is New Rock, the big gravel. You can make it here. Oh, if you can make it here, you're a goat. And then there are people climbing the mountains, but the goats are like everywhere. It's cute. And I'm pretty sure there are goats in Mongolia. Mongolia too, where it's cute. Okay. Says, one day, a tourist left behind the Sunday Gotham Times from New York. Okay. My family just devoured it. Mom ate the theater section. My little brother, How, gobbled up sports. My dad tried to swallow the editorials. And then there we have it. There was one section left for me, the style section. I read it over and over, thinking about the glamorous lives the models must lead. I didn't eat a bite of it except the perfume samples, to keep my breath fresh. I like how happy the sun looks. Anyways, okay, we are going to focus on this. I guess they're using a camera. That's cool. Then another tourist left a camera behind. I had How take photos of me in my best modeling poses. He gave me the nicest compliment a little brother ever gave a sister. You don't look half ugly. I was so flattered, I mailed the pictures off to Saks Fifth Avenue. I think that's how it's pronounced. I've never been to New York, so I don't know how that's pronounced. But in Friends, it was pronounced Saks Fifth Avenue. Anyways, a few days later, I got a letter. Airmail, Miss Hohhot. Dear Miss Hohhot, I've never seen a woman looking so natural in a cashmere outfit. It's almost like a second skin to you. Holy flanks and fetlocks. He didn't know I was a goat. He thought I was a girl. A girl, and I wasn't about to tell him otherwise, especially after I read the next part. I would love you to model in our upcoming Wild About Cashmere fashion show. I'm including plane tickets for you and your family. Sincerely, Mr. Sachs. Of course, the story is a bit far-fetched, but this is just an adorable story. I really like this book. We were so excited, and what a trip. We ate the seat cushions, and the oxygen masks, and the headphones. We ate everything on the plane but the in-flight meal. It was cannelloni. It was terrible. Okay. And there's that sun looking happy again. And then there's all the different goats. I guess they sat in the back, I guess. And then there's like the sprawling metropolis of New York City. I forget what that building is called there, the one I'm focusing in on. It's like the Ford building or something. It's like the tallest building or something. Empire State Building, maybe? I don't remember. Somebody can correct me in the comments. I don't know. I don't know anything about New York, sorry. I've never really been big on big city life, so I don't really pay attention to New York because it's just too big for me. I'd rather live rural, you know? Less crime that way, anyways. New York City taxi fare initial charge. Okay, then they're all there in the thing. Okay. We got to New York and met a cab driver named Mr. Ziprazomic Ziptic. I'm not going to say that again. Okay. When he heard that it was our first trip to the city, he gave us a special rate. JFK to Manhattan for $728 plus tip. What a nice man. Okay. I'm guessing he ripped them off. I don't know. I don't know anything about New York, but I do really like this book. The art style is fascinating. Oh, wow. There's some things in here I didn't think would be in here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Saks Fifth Avenue. There you go. And there's the goats. 5 hours later, we got to Saks. See, okay, I'm not from New York, but I do realize that it wouldn't take 5 hours to get to Saks Fifth Avenue, unless there was a lot of traffic. Again, someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. Okay. 5 hours later, we got to Saks. It was the most beautiful place I'd ever seen. I thought there'd be more Saks, grumbled my dad. You see how it says Saks, okay. It was getting late. I still had to prepare for the fashion show. I asked my family not to come with me. If they know I'm a goat, they'll never let me be a model. Okay. And they even have the naked cowboy. That's interesting. I think that's the only person I know from New York, besides some friends I have in New York currently. My parents looked sad, but they understood. Don't worry, Wawa. We can have fun exploring the city, said my dad. I just hope we don't look weird, said How. They left just in time. Okay, and then there's like some of the weirder attractions that that's really fascinating, you know. Here we go. Here we go. Here. Mr. Sachs appeared and whisked me into the store where employees were waiting to help me get ready for the fashion show. First stop, the shoe department for high heels. I wear a size 2 on my left feet, size 6 on my right. This helps me stand on hillsides. Okay. Um, Next, the famous Red Door Salon, where two men trimmed, teased, streaked, and blew out my cashmere. She doesn't look she doesn't look like a typical model, said Jean Claude. Agreed, said Claude Jean. She looks like oh my secret was about to be revealed. She looks like Holly Goat Lightly, said Jean Claude. Agreed, said Claude Jean. So there's Jean Claude and Claude Jean. I get it. That's cool. And that whole Holly Go Lightly thing, Go Lightly is really really cute. I'm going to turn the page here. Okay. When I went to the perfume department, the two women sprayed the. Okay, excuse me. When I went to the perfume department, where two women sprayed me, and sprayed me, and sprayed me. For some reason, she smells a little goaty, said one. Keep spraying, said the other. Okay. The last step was makeup. Rouge, lipstick, mascara, pancake, mousse. My stomach growled. I could have eaten it all. I was famished, but I was too nervous to eat. The last thing I'd eaten was the in-flight magazine on the plane. More jokes about goats, basically eating anything and everything. Which to a certain extent is true. They don't technically eat tin cans, but they do nibble them to see if they're edible. They don't really eat things that aren't edible. Anyways, oh wow. Okay. Meanwhile, my mom and dad and brother were having their own adventures in the city. Little How How fell asleep on the subway, and when he woke up, he was covered with graffiti. And there he is. That's cute. He walked into an art supply store in Soho, wiped his face on one canvas, shook the paint off his body onto another. So there he wiped his face off, and there I guess he shook his paint off. And in the process created two masterpieces. Well, that's nice. Mom was hoping to see a Broadway musical. When she couldn't get tickets, she decided to buy herself a treat. A street vendor sold her a $7 purse designed by Chewy Put On. The workmanship was bad. The flavor was worse. Yeah, okay, I get that. There she is trying to eat the purse, yeah. Mom learned two valuable lessons. Watch what you eat on the streets of New York and stay away from knockoffs. They lack taste. Okay. That is so brilliant. Okay. As for Dad, he found a hill that seemed never to end. This is a goat's idea of heaven. Yep, okay, that's cool. Now then, let me, Okay, oh, and then there's the goats in the background. And then there's Mr. Sachs out front. Up on the roof of Saks, just as the sun was setting, the fashion show began. Everyone was there. Celebrities, designers, the whole city. In the back row, trying not to be seen, was my family. And in the front row, smiling proudly, was Mr. Sachs. Okay. I was a model now. I was proud. I was beautiful, but mostly I was starving. As I strutted down the catwalk, I couldn't take my eyes off the flowers on Mr. Sachs' lapel. They looked so yummy. Well, I just lost it. I leapt off the stage and onto Mr. Sachs. I ate that delicious flower and a good deal of his suit, too. Uh-oh. That probably wasn't the best thing to do. Help, cried Mr. Sachs. My supermodel is a goat. Sachs Security. Oh, the best dressed in the business raced to the rooftop. I scampered with goat-like grace to the top of the chimney. Yeah, they are well dressed, that's for sure. As the crowd gathered around me, I knew that my career as a model was over. I'm sorry, I tried to fool you all, I cried. I'm just a goat. We make beautiful cashmere, and our cheese isn't bad either. I should be what I was meant to be, and take pride in who I am. Everyone was silent. Then Mr. Sachs began to applaud. The crowd joined in. My dad whistled. My mom cried, and How proclaimed, "Hey, that's my sister." A designer stepped forward and held up a hand for a silence. I applaud this girl's bravery, for I too have a secret. I started out as a kid growing up on a farm. I am Jean-Paul Gaultier. I am a goat. I'm a dog, barked Ives St. Bernard. I think that's him right there. Okay. Well, I bet you didn't know that most fashion designers are actually animals. And then here it says Billy Goat Blas. Maybe that's pronounced Blaze. I don't know. Giorgio Farmani, D&G and D and and A and T. And they all hired me to model their clothes. And then we're going to see here. First, Versace. Let's see. Comme de Chavres. I think that's something to do with goats. I'm not sure. Cheese Von Noten. Again, I don't know anything about supermodels. But anyways. The Hohhot family is loving life in the city. How sells a lot of paintings. My mom wrote a Broadway show, Goats, and I guess it won 8 Tony Awards apparently for Best Musical. Even Dad found a job as a cabbie. As for me, well, I'm now Saks top model. Okay. Guess it worked out for everybody. We have a wonderful home right on the roof of Saks Fifth Avenue. Drop by and see us next time you're in the store. New York City, New York, New York, the Big Apple. So they went from Mongolia to New York. And the very last line is, if you can make it here, you're a goat. And I thought that was a super cute book. It's been one of my favorites for a long time. And that was Cashmere If You Can. A story of Wawa Hohhot as told by Terron Schaefer. And what's funny is that Wawa Hohhot is considered the author, although it's a fictional character. So I think that Terron Schaefer is the actual author. But I do like that idea. It'd be kind of like if Temperance Brennan wrote the Bones series. You know, Kathy Reich does, but if the character who was actually the main character in the book actually wrote the books, yeah, that would be something like that. Anyways, with that being said, if you like this content, then make sure that you like and subscribe and that you ring the bell. And if you want to support me, then all the information will be in the description below. I try to have quality content, and I make these videos because I enjoy making them. With that being said, this will end the video. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and have a great day.